Live at 5, this is 13 News Now.
It is a hot summer day and the humidity is making it feel even worse. Highs are approaching 90 degrees, but it feels even hotter out there. It's muggy and uncomfortable.
All right, Jeff, what's the latest for tonight?
Well, with the heat, with the humidity, and now with a weak system approaching, especially an upper level sort of energy bundle, it's triggering some showers and storms. Locally, we just have the fair weather cumulus out there. You just saw those on Skyview. West of us, we can't see it from here because it's a long way away, but these are not only towering cumulus, these are cumulonimbus, as it's called. They are thunderstorm clouds and even severe weather out near South Boston. Notice the fan, what direction it is shaped in and pointing. Due east. So all of this stuff that's firing up out in west central and central Virginia, down into west central areas of North Carolina, that is headed to the east. Now that will tend to die out a little bit, or weaken anyway, as it goes later on into this evening. But it'll take quite a few hours to get here, but we do expect some of that activity to last. So out there right now, the heat's a big deal. The humidity levels actually have come down a tiny bit. You can see right now, for example, the dew point at 71. That's how we more accurately measure how much moisture is in the air. Well, let me show you the dew point scale. We were at 75 earlier, which is considered tropical. Oppressive is 70, so we're somewhere between oppressive and tropical this evening. We'll continue with the heat in the forecast for the next couple of days. I'll detail that, your rain chances, and of course track those storms out to the west. That's all coming up.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Well, we're following a developing story out of Virginia Beach. That's where a child is expected to recover after a shooting. Now, this happened around 9 this morning on Back Acres Court. That's near North Great Neck Road. And Jacqueline Lee joins us live from Virginia Beach. And Jacqueline, it's still unclear what led to the shooting.
Janet, there are still a lot of unanswered questions, like who shot the kid and why. Neighbors tell me they're wondering if they need to be concerned for their own safety. I spoke with police and they said that this is part of an active investigation, so they are not answering any of these questions. And so this mystery of a shooting has left a lot of neighbors baffled.
I was awake early. The doorbell rang and it was the police asking if I had heard any gunshots.
It was a strange way to start the morning for neighbor Cindy Novak. Police cars spread throughout her quiet cul-de-sac. Officers walking out of her neighbor's house with bags of evidence. Police were investigating a shooting.
I couldn't imagine, who had done anything like that or that it even happened back here in our circle.
Police got the call around 9 this morning that someone was shot. When they arrived, they discovered it was a juvenile.
It does surprise me, yes.
Francis Clark says 2 boys live in the home with their mother. One is in middle school, the other around 17 or 18 years old.
They're quiet. I hardly ever hear them next door. They're good neighbors. I always speak to especially the younger son. He and I connect once in a while, but they're good neighbors.
A mystery that has left these neighbors with questions. How and why was a minor shot this morning? And police say that the juvenile was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And actually, not too long ago, a family walked out of the house where the shooting happened. We did see a young boy in an arm sling. When I asked them about what happened, if they could tell me anything, they said no comment. Live in Virginia Beach, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.
Right now, a shooting victim's family is opening up. 46-year-old Eric Hunter was killed when someone shot him in a Hampton fast food parking lot before midnight. That's where Stephen Graves joins us live. And Stephen, Hunter's family tells you he was once a star athlete.
Yeah, David, a standout quarterback whose talents led him to college in Indiana. Now right back here in Hampton, where he grew up, his life was taken. And right behind me, you can see it, boarded up windows at a fast food restaurant, the only evidence of where his life was taken. The memories are endless.
He be on the field, supposed to be playing, and he waving at us.
The sights and sounds.
And a win today against Purdue would eliminate Illinois.
Still fresh.
We didn't think he could see us, but he saw us.
Eric Hunter, a former Hampton High football player and star athlete at Purdue, his nickname Rifle Arm.
When I saw him throw that football for the first time at Purdue, I was very shocked that he threw that football so far.
Today, years later, the 46-year-old sisters are forced to lean on those fond memories. A shooting Wednesday night at a fast food restaurant cut his life short. Police found Hunter shot multiple times in this parking lot off East Pembroke Avenue. Neighbors say he would often stand outside.
I'm not sure if he's like homeless or he just kind of going through a hard time in life.
But his family says there was a struggle most don't know. During his college football days, a trail of darkness developed.
He had a nervous breakdown after his junior year. He went up for the draft. He didn't make it.
A turning point in his life that led to mental illness and other nervous breakdowns.
He had to take medication.
It sent him home to his family in Hampton, and here the drug crimes and other issues would start.
I think that was a big disappointment for him. And he talks about that career, but I never saw this right here coming.
And tonight the family plans to hold a vigil because Hunter's killer still has not been found. The neighbor we spoke with says a lot of young people hang out here. She saw two people running through her front yard after the shooting. Now, police and family want you to come forward if you have any information in hopes of solving this 7th homicide in the city this year. Reporting in Hampton, Stephen Graves, 13 News Now.
New information on the case of a missing psych patient. Investigation is now underway into the Virginia Beach Psychiatric Center. 13 News Now learned a man left the center Tuesday without permission. That facility is near First Colonial Road and Old Donation Parkway. The Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services is now investigating. Virginia Beach police say nothing criminal happened in this incident, but they are looking for the missing patient.
Police arrested him after a crime spree in 3 different cities, and today he appeared in court via video. Gregory James Gregory was quiet and attentive throughout the short arraignment. When the judge denied his bond, he chuckled and said, "I figured so." Police arrested him in connection to a double homicide last month on Archives Court in Virginia Beach. Police also linked Gregory to 2 GameStop robberies. One was in Chesapeake and the second in Hampton. The second one ended in a shootout with police. An officer was shot and is recovering. Gregory faces multiple charges, including murder. He was appointed a public defender and is back in court August 25th.
Bullet holes in a house with a baby inside. Newport News police say a woman contacted them after she found 3 bullet holes in her home yesterday on Ivy Avenue. Her infant daughter and a babysitter were in the home while she was gone in the morning. No one was hurt. That investigation is ongoing.
They are a lifeline for some of the most needy citizens. Food stamps use tax dollars to fight hunger, allowing low-income families to buy food. But we've uncovered a new twist on an age-old crime: people selling their food stamps on social media. Investigative reporter Laura Geller joins us with the story.
Well, we've learned scammers are using the websites we look at every day to commit fraud. People are boldly looking to buy and sell their food stamps, or SNAP and EBT cards as they're also known, on sites like Facebook and Twitter. Check out these posts we found. A simple search on Facebook or Twitter reveals the possible criminal activity. Type in the words "food stamps for sale" and the results keep popping up. We've uncovered here in Virginia there are thousands of fraud allegations. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of results come up. What's your reaction to that?
It's concerning, but it's very difficult to pursue those individuals. With almost 2 billion users, I mean, how can you keep up with that? We have limited resources.
Taxpayers we spoke to right here in Hampton Roads call this a disgrace and an abuse of their tax dollars. We'll show you just how widespread of a problem this is. We're also going straight to the Department of Social Services, which administers this program, to find out what investigators are doing about it. Our full investigation is tonight at 6. Laura Geller, 13 News Now.
Today, an Eagle Scout candidate donated dozens of burnout bags to families in need. They are duffel bags filled with essentials such as personal hygiene products. Those items will help victims of house fires get back on their feet. 17-year-old Brett Shepler gave them to the Oceana Volunteer Fire Department. Shepler said this opportunity gave him the chance to grow.
The whole point of Boy Scouts is to put enough pressure onto a pressure and stress onto a child, onto a teenager, to make them into a man. And this basically gives me enough stress and pressure that a normal person would go through to conduct a project. And it teaches me leadership.
The donations came just in time for the Volunteer Fire Department. They only had 2 burnout bags left.
4 sea turtles will head back to the ocean next week. The Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center's stranding response team will release the rehabilitated sea turtles. Their names are Aquamarine, Grinch, Inchworm, and Tamarin. And you can see the release on Monday at 9 in the morning. Just go to the shore behind Neptune's Park at 31st Street.